What? We are also made from nutrients. 第七章，什么？我们也是营养素做的。Number one, what are nutrients? 什么是营养素？The substances necessary to sustain life are nutrients. 维持生命所必需的物质就是营养素。Whatever you eat to become a part of your body are nutrients. 凡是吃进去能变成你身体一部分的，就是营养素。Nutrients include 7 categories: water, protein, carbohydrates, fat, vitamin, mineral, and fiber. 营养素包括7大类：水、蛋白质、碳水化合物、脂肪、纤维素、矿物质和纤维素。Number two, the difference between nutrients and drugs. 营养素和药物的区别。Without any of the 7 nutrients, we cannot survive because nutrients are essential for life. 缺乏7大营养素的任何一种，我们都无法生存，因为营养素是维持生命所必需的物质。For example, we have to take vitamin C from childhood until now. If vitamin C is deficient, we will get scurvy. If we do not get vitamin C for several weeks, it will be life-threatening to us. So, vitamin C is a nutrient. 例如，我们从小到大都必须摄取维生素 C。如果维生素 C 缺乏，就会得坏血病。连续几个星期得不到维生素 C，就会有生命危险，所以维生素 C 是营养素。What is medicine? For the purpose of the curing various diseases, those stuff that live or metabolize on the surface of the body or in the body are drugs. 什么是药物？以治疗各种疾病为目的，在身体表面或体内发挥完作用就离开或代谢掉的那些东西就是药物。Medicine is not a substance necessary to sustain life, not a nutrient. 药物不是维持生命所必需的物质，不是营养素。We may not take aspirin at all in our lives because aspirin is a medicine, not necessary for the human body. 我们可以一辈子不吃阿司匹林，因为阿司匹林是一种药，不是人体必须的。It's just that when the body is infected by bacteria and the body's immunity cannot defeat the bacteria, we use aspirin to defeat the bacteria. 只不过是当身体受细菌感染。It's just that when the body is infected by bacteria and the body's immunity cannot defeat the bacteria, we use aspirin to defeat the bacteria as an external force. 只不过是当身体受细菌感染，身体的免疫力又无法战胜细菌时，需要借助阿司匹林这个外力把细菌打败。Number three, the difference between nutrients and functional foods. 营养素和功能性食品的区别。Without any of the 7 nutrients, we cannot survive because nutrients are essential for life. 缺乏营养素的任何一种，我们都无法生存，因为营养素是维持生命所必需的物质。 We can never eat functional foods such as allicin, ginseng, Ganoderma, lucidum, maca, bird's nest, etc. because functional foods are not essential for life support, not nutrients. 我们可以一辈子不吃功能性食品，例如大蒜素、人参、灵芝、玛卡、燕窝等，因为功能性食品不是维持生命所必需的物质，不是营养素。If we lack nutrients and eat functional foods alone, it may have a temporary effect, but it will not fundamentally change the condition of the body. 但如果我们的营养素如果我们的营养素缺乏，单独吃功能性食品可能会起到暂时的效果，但无法从根本上改变身体的状况。A weak person can quickly regain energy by using ginseng, but if the nutrients are not supplemented in time, when the function of the ginseng is lost, his health will become worse. 一个体弱的人使用人参可以迅速恢复精力，但如果得不到营养素的及时补充，当人参的作用失去后身体的状况会变得更差。Number 4, water, 水。When I was training medical English for Southwest Hospital, a doctor had a kidney stone for treatment. She had been drinking tap water, but the kidney stone recurred. After drinking mineral water later, the kidney stone never recurred. 我给西南医院培训医学英语时，有一位医生曾经患肾结石，接受了治疗。他一直饮用自来水，结果肾结石又复发。后来改为饮用矿泉水后，肾结石再也没有复发。The quality of the water is very important because the water is the source of life. And water accounts for 55 to 65% of human body weight. 水的质量非常重要，因为水是生命之源。水占人体体重的Water is an indispensable substance for all body activities. Without water, the body's biochemical reactions cannot proceed. Life will stop. 水是身体一切活动必不可少的物质。没有水，身体的生化反应无法进行，生命也将停止。The main functions of water transport nutrients, exercise waste, regulate body temperature, and maintain the body's pH. 水的主要作用：运输营养、排泄废物、调节体温，以及维持人体的酸碱度。Number 5, protein, 蛋白质。Protein accounts for about 20% of the human body. Protein is the most important material for human body structure. 蛋白质占人体20%左右。蛋白质是人体构造的最主要材料。The human body's cells, blood, muscles, tissues, and organs all rely on protein composition. 人体的细胞、血液、肌肉、组织器官等，全都依赖蛋白质构成。Except for the absence of protein in urine and bile, the human body is mainly composed of protein. 人体除了尿液和胆汁内没有蛋白质外，其他各处均 主要由蛋白质构成。Living organisms cannot survive without protein. Protein is the support of life. 生物体缺少了蛋白质就无法生存，蛋白质是生命支架。Number six, carbohydrate, 碳水化合物。Carbohydrate, also known as blood sugar, is the main source of energy for the human body. Carbohydrate mainly comes from grains, vegetables, and fruits. 碳水化合物又称糖，是人体主要的能量来源。碳水化合物主要来自五谷类和蔬菜水果中。Where do the carbohydrates that we eat every day go? There are three main places to go. 每天吃进去的碳水化合物都跑到哪儿去了？主要有3个去处。It is consumed as energy. 作为能量消耗掉。Energy is required for various biochemical reaction in the body. Energy is required for various biochemical reaction in the body. Energy is required for exercise, metabolism, and thinking. 体内各种生化反应和代谢需要能量，运动需要能量，思考需要能量。This is why some people lose weight and do not eat carbohydrates. Their legs become soft and even suffer from hair loss. 这就是为什么有些人减肥不吃碳水化合物，腿发软的原因，甚至掉头发。If your blood sugar is low, you will feel hungry. 如果血糖偏低，你就会有饥饿感。A small amount is stored in the liver and muscles. 少量储存在肝脏内和肌肉内。What is stored in the liver is called liver glycogen, and what is stored in the muscles is called muscle glycogen. 储存在肝脏内的叫肝糖原，储存在肌肉里的叫肌糖原。When the human body needs explosive energy, such as weightlifting, boxing, etc., glycogen will be converted and used first. 当人体需要爆发性能量时，如举重、拳击等，糖原就会被首先转换利用。Excess carbohydrates become fat and are stored in the body. 多余的碳水化合物变成脂肪，储存在体内。As the saying goes, have breakfast like an emperor, have lunch like a minister, and have dinner like a beggar. This makes sense because during the day we consume a lot of energy for work, exercise, and brain use, while at night we consume a lot less energy when we rest and sleep. 俗话说，早餐吃得像皇帝，午餐吃得像大臣，晚餐吃得像乞丐，这是有一定道理的。因为白天我们工作、运动、用脑都要消耗大量的能量，而晚上休息睡觉时，消耗的能量就少了很多。If a person often has bad eating habits, turn it upside down, overeating at dinner, and intaking too much energy to consume, it will turn into fat. Where is the fat stored? The body is very smart. After running around, it finds that the abdomen has a large space under the skin, so it is stored under the skin of abdomen. This is the reason for the formation of the beer belly. 如果一个人经常饮食习惯不好，颠倒过来， 晚餐暴饮暴食，大鱼大肉，摄取太多的能量不能消耗掉，就转变成脂肪了。脂肪储存在哪里呢？身体很聪明，跑了一圈，发现腹部皮下的空间广阔，于是就储存在这个肚子的皮下了。这就是将军肚形成的原因。As the saying goes, long belts leads to short lifespan. People with beer belly should pay attention to eating habits, weight control, and actively contribute to their health. 常言道，裤带长，寿命短。有将军肚的人应该注意饮食习惯，控制体重，积极主动的为自己的健康加分。Number 7，脂肪。Fat accounts for 15 to 25% of the human body, and fat can provide durable energy. 脂肪占人体的15%至25%，脂肪可以提供持久性的能量。The main component of fat is triglycerides. 脂肪的主要成分是甘油三酯。What is the relationship between fat and cholesterol? 脂肪和胆固醇是什么关系？ Fat, triglycerides, and cholesterol are different types of lipids that circulate in your blood. Fat, triglycerides store unused calories and provide your body with energy. Cholesterol is used to build cells and certain hormones. 脂肪、甘油三酯和胆固醇是在血液中循环的不同类型的脂类。脂肪、甘油三酯储存未使用的卡路里，并为身体提供能量。胆固醇用于合成细胞和某些激素。Total cholesterol score equals HDL plus LDL plus 20% of triglyceride level. 总胆固醇评分等于高密度脂蛋白加上低密度脂蛋白再加20%的甘油三酯。Low density lipoprotein LDL equals bad cholesterol. 低密度脂蛋白就是坏的胆固醇。High density lipoprotein equals good cholesterol. 高密度脂蛋白就是好的胆固醇。Triglyceride is the most common type of fat in the body. Normal triglyceride levels vary by age and gender. A high triglyceride level combined with low HDL or high LDL is associated with atherosclerosis, the buildup of fatty deposits in artery walls that increases the risk for heart attack and stroke. 甘油三酯呢是体内最常见的脂肪类型，正常的甘油三酯水平因年龄和性别而异。高甘油三酯水平结合低水平的 HDL 或者高水平的 LDL 与动脉粥样硬化有关。动脉壁中的脂肪沉积物的积取会增加心脏病的发作和中风的风险。Number 8, vitamins, 维生素。Although vitamins account for a very small proportion in the human body, they play an important role. 维生素虽然在体内所占比例非常小，但扮演着重要的角色。Like the brake pads of a car. Although it is a small component It plays a key role in the safe driving. 如同汽车的刹车片，虽然很小的一个零部件，但对汽车的安全行驶起着关键作用。When a car is running, the brake pads are worn out. The brakes fail. Thinking about the consequences is very scary. 汽车行驶中，刹车片没了，刹车失灵了，想想后果都很害怕。In the same way, without vitamins in the body, people will become sick and even life-threatening. 同理，身体里没有维生素了，人就会生病，甚至危及生命。Vitamins are divided into two categories: fat soluble and water soluble. 维生素分为脂溶性和水溶性两大类。Fat soluble vitamins include A, D, E, K, etc., which are stored in human fat tissue, and the symptoms of the deficiency appear slowly. 脂溶性维生素有 A, D, E, K 等，储存在人体的脂肪组织中，缺乏症状出现缓慢。Water-soluble vitamins include B and C. The characteristics of water-soluble vitamins: after meeting the needs of the body, the excess is removed along the water, and very little is stored in the body. So, water-soluble vitamins should be supplemented frequently. 水溶性维生素有 B 族和 C 等。水溶性的维生素的特点，溶于水，满足身体所需后多余的随身体水分排出，储存在体内的很少，所以水溶性的维生素要经常补充。Number 9. Minerals, 矿物质。Minerals make up about 5% of the human body. Minerals are divided into abundant minerals and trace minerals. 矿物质呢，占人体的5%左右。矿物质分为丰量矿物质和微量矿物质。Abundant minerals, the body needs to absorb more than 100 milligrams of minerals per day, such as calcium and magnesium. 丰量矿物质，凡身体每天需要吸收100毫克以上的矿物质，如钙、镁等。Trace minerals, the body needs to absorb less than 100 milligrams of minerals per day, such as copper, iron, selenium, potassium, etc. Excuse me. The main function of minerals is to regulate, excuse me, the main function of the minerals is to regulate the physiological function of the human body. 矿物质的主要功能是调节人体的生理机能。The main function of minerals is to regulate the physiological functions of the human body. 10. Cellulose, 纤维素。With the increasing incidence of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, bowel cancer, and constipation, people have begun to pay attention to cellulose, fiber, which is also fiber. 随着心血管疾病、糖尿病、肠癌、便秘等发病率逐年上升，人们开始重视纤维素。Cellulose cannot be digested and absorbed by the human body, so you can excrete as much as you eat. Why do we still need it? 纤维素不能被人体消化吸收，吃多少就排多少。那为什么我们还要吃纤维素呢 because cellulose is like a mop in the human body, dragging out of the dirt, the toxins in the intestines. 因为纤维素好比人体内的一把拖把，将肠道里的脏东西和毒素拖过出来。After the dirt and the toxins are dragged out, there is no chance to destroy the normal structure of the human body. And you will be relatively healthy. 脏东西和毒素被拖过出来后啊，就没有机会破坏人体正常结构了，你也就相对健康。Cellulose is divided into two categories, soluble cellulose and insoluble cellulose. 纤维素可分为可溶性纤维素和不可溶性纤维素两大类。11. The human body is made from nutrients. 人体是由营养素做的。What are you made from? Let's analyze it together. 你是由什么做的？让我们分析一下。You are made from 8 systems, namely digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system, motion system, nerve system, urinary system, endocrine system, and reproductive system. 你是由8大系统做的，分别是消化系统、循环系统、呼吸系统、运动系统、神经系统、泌尿系统、内分泌系统和生殖系统。Every system is made of tissue. Tissue is made of cells. Cells are made of nutrients. Every system is made from tissue. Tissue is made from cells. Cells are made from nutrients. 每个系统是由组织做的，组织呢是由细胞做的，细胞是由营养素做的。So, all in all, you are made of nutrients. 所以，归根结底，你是由营养素做的。What to do if the car breaks down? Parts are used. Of course, because cars are made of parts. 汽车坏了用什么修？当然是用零部件，因为汽车是由零部件做的。What do you use to heal or rehabilitate when you are sick? With nutrients, of course, because you are made of nutrients. 你坏了用什么修？当然是用营养素，因为你是由营养素做的。Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching and listening. For more information, please visit ChineseTutorly.com/health. See you next time.